I got my hands on the newest mouse and keyboard adapter on the market, the Striker Pro, made by AIMZENIX. Graciously, they sent one out for me to review. So let's see what's new with the Striker Pro adapter, and is it worth the asking price of $69? Nice. Getting into the unboxing, you receive a little thank you card, and under that is the adapter itself. You also get a USB Type-C to Type-A port with a Type-C connection on the end of it, along with a quick start guide. On the left hand side of the adapter, there is a USB Type-A port for your controller, and there's a 3.5mm headphone jack for your headphones. On the back of the device, you'll find two USB Type-C ports, one for external power and the other one is for connecting it to your console. External power is usually not needed, but for more expensive keyboards and mice, you might want to use the external power. On the right hand side, you find the mouse and keyboard ports, which are swappable, so it doesn't matter which one you have them plugged into. They also have an app to go along with this device. You can either scan the QR code or find it on the Apple Store or Google Play Store. The app name is geekvice. I'll go into more depth on how to use the app in just a moment. This adapter is also compatible with PlayStation, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and the Switch. Let's move back to the adapter and proceed to how to set it up. The first thing is connecting your controller to the adapter. Then plug your mouse and keyboard into the adapter, and then finally connecting it to your console of choice. In my case, I'm using an Xbox Series X. The bottom LED light should recognize when it's plugged in to the console. If it's blinking gray, it's looking for the console. Once it detects the console, it should turn green, indicating it's connected to my Xbox. There is also a button on the adapter to turn off the RGB lighting, and if you hold it down, you will shut off the adapter itself. Now, let's move over to the app, and I'll show you how to set it up and how it works. So to start off with the app, if you don't have it already installed, go ahead and install the geekvice app. This is what it should look like. I will also be showing my phone screen right here off to the left. Go ahead and open it. You want to also make sure your Bluetooth is on, and you'll be greeted to this screen. At the bottom it says home or about. You want to just hit add, and it will search for the device. Now it should find this device since we're connected to it already. Yep, there you go. Also, if your device isn't updated or up to date, they recommend you updating it with the newest firmware, and that'll be up here. You just have to click this little icon here. It'll bring us to the screen, and it shows what device update. Or like the device settings, like the Striker, Sound One, what it tells you the defaults and stuff like that, like the pulling rate for your mouse. Now, to update your device, you just want to hit device updates, and then it will allow you to update your device. So just make sure the firmware is the newest one. That's all. Into programming it. So this is the app, or this is the consoles that it supports. So Switch, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS3, Xbox Series X, and PC no handling. I don't know what that. I haven't tried this on PC. I don't really see a point because this is a mouse and keyboard adapter. So we are using a generic Xbox One controller. So for me, in my case, I'm going to be using an Xbox One, even though I'm on a Series X. And then it'll show you how to connect everything right here. You can just make sure everything's plugged in right. So we're just gonna hit OK. And this brings us to the configurations or your presets. So these are my custom presets. I'm actually gonna delete this one here. Yes, okay, so the configuration is deleted now. So you wanna add a configuration to your app or to the device. You just wanna hit add config. And these are the ones that are presets. Now, some of them don't really make sense. I wanna point out Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike is a PC only game. So why is that here? I don't get it. We're not gonna go into depth. So if you want to go up and hit search a game you want. So Apex. Now these are my preset figures already, but say I don't want to use them. I want to hit plus here off to the right in the app, and then I want to add the name. So I'm going to make the name AP2 and hit OK. And so now that configuration is in the app. So you just want to hit add, and now it adds it to your configure screen, my presets or my settings. I want to hit AP2 and it will bring us to this screen. Now this is the mouse sensitivity up top. This is how much your mouse sensitivity is. So the higher it is, the faster your mouse is going to move. The slower it is, the slower your mouse is going to move. This is your smoothest scale. I recommend running it as low as possible, because if you have it too high, it will make it too jittery. For me, that's just my experience with these devices. Now, aim boost is for your your dead zone areas. It will make it more accurate, I would say. And then down here is your dead zone. Down here is your buffer curve. You can adjust this however you want. These are a lot of the fine tuning stuff. So if you really get into it, this is something you want to try to mess around with. And the next one over is your ADS, your aim down sights. This is set to match your mouse sensitivity right off the bat. If you want to change it and make custom aim down sight sensitivity, you just undo the switch here and it'll bring us up to the sensitivity and the pulling rate. Again, this is a lot of fine tuning. You can mess around with this and find a good settings. Now for me, I just left it as both of them are combined. And then move over to rockers. This is your mouse speed for your keyboard, or your keyboard speed. Again, this I don't really see any difference with messing with the settings for this. So this is really all up to you. And the next one over is your keybinds. Now, again, this is really simple. You can switch your keybinds. The preset ones are pretty decent. I don't really have an issue with a lot of the preset ones. A lot of times I switch like crouch from C to M because the way this one-handed keyboard works. But that's just me, and this is all up to you to customize. But that's basically how to use the app. There's not really much more to it than that. This app is pretty straightforward. But let's move on back to the video. With everything explained on how to set it up, let's talk about my thoughts and experience of using this adapter in a few games. Keep in mind that you can use this adapter with any game you want. The first game I tried with the mouse and keyboard adapter was The Finals, one of the newest games without mouse and keyboard support on console. But they have crossplay. The Striker performed very well in the finals. It took me a bit of fine-tuning the settings due to the game's sensitivity, but once adjusted, it worked fine. This adapter had no issues with the finals. It might be a little hard to tune this device, specifically due to the app layout. Moving on to the next game, that would be Rainbow Six Siege, a classic for mouse and keyboard adapters. After fine-tuning the settings in the game settings, it worked great. No issues were detected, and I was able to enjoy playing the game without any delay. But I do want to mention that this device is fully detectable by Mousetrap. So if you plan on buying this to get around Mousetrap in Rainbow Six Siege, you're kind of out of luck. Moving on to our next game, and that would be Apex Legends. After a few matches with the mouse and keyboard adapter, it was quite enjoyable once I got the fine-tuning down. The adapter worked very well for Apex, providing an enjoyable experience without any compromises. Now, for my opinion of this adapter, it works very well and the app is user-friendly. It's a plug-and-play device with no issues out of the box, priced at $69. It's definitely worth it. There is also a bigger brother called the Monster for around $100, but I think the Striker Pro is a better option, being $30 cheaper than essentially the same device. So, do I think it's worth the $69? Definitely. It provides a seamless experience playing the games on your console, and it could be specifically useful for the Switch as well. One added point I would like to make is that most of these mouse and keyboard adapters feel similar. With a few different features, you often get the same experience on a different device that costs $40 more. The only device I consider worth that high price point is the Matrix, but that's my opinion. And if you're just looking to get your hands on a mouse and keyboard adapter that works well, this is the one you should get. But I'm gonna leave it there, and you guys have a good one.